Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about gentle skincare, sometimes self-care, and today we're talking March faves and fails. This is the video where I get to share with you all the products that made a big impression on me this month, and I'm going to share with you one product that did not make a good impression on me this month. So if you're so ready, give the video a big thumbs up and let's jump right in. So first, let's talk about Parnell Cica Manu pH Balance Body Mist. Now, Parnell is a K-beauty brand. They've only been around for a few years, so you may not have heard of them just yet. But they do make some really nice products that are usually fragrance-free. I do enjoy their line, but I have to say that the body mist has made a huge impression on me, and I've been using it so much in February. I've been using it so much in March, and I really wanted to tell you about it because this is so helpful for breakouts, especially like on your back or on other parts of your body. It is a body mist that is formulated with LHA, which you may be familiar with as like a new generation BHA. It has similar properties to salicylic acid, so it can really help to exfoliate inside of your pore, which is exactly what you need if you're getting big inflamed pimples or clogged pores like I was on my back, on my chest, on the tops of my arms. I have been dealing with a lot of breakouts over the last month, and it's always so frustrating, especially when you do use a lot of skincare, when you're testing a lot of products. You're always wondering like, what made me break out? And you're always like looking through your products to figure out, was it this new thing here? Was it this? But one of the big signs that it's not what you're putting on your face, but maybe something internal, is when you're breaking out on more than just your face. And that's exactly what was happening to me. I was getting inflamed breakouts on my face, but like I said, chest, tops of my arms, and my back too were breaking out. So it actually turns out, as I shared with you last month, I was recently diagnosed with a vitamin D deficiency, which has been linked back to a lot of fatigue and some other issues that I've been having. And my doctor had me on this like really high dose of vitamin, like super duper, like 5 times your daily amount vitamin D supplement, and my body cannot handle it. It put my hormones out of whack. It put like inflammation so high in my body, like my body just did not accept it. My skin is starting to clear up now, finally, but one of the things that has been helping with my back breakouts especially is this product. So the LHA in here really helps to target in on those really inflamed pimples, but it also is a really nice preventative type of exfoliation to help, like, because I do just have some congestion on my back naturally. It's usually not inflamed, it's usually not active acne, but I usually have a little bit of congestion. LHA or BHA types of products can kind of help keep those from becoming inflamed. So my body care routine for breaking out recently has just been using an exfoliating. I use like an exfoliating face wash. I have to be honest with you, I get sent so many products that I don't have specific like body washes really anymore. I just use a lot of the facial cleansers that get sent to me on my body because I hate waste. So I've been using some face cleansers that contain salicylic acid or even AHA in them, and that really helps. But then when I get out of the shower, I'm using this. Now, what I really like about this and what's really smart about this is it can be sprayed upside down, and that is so important because it is so hard. Like if you're using like an exfoliating liquid or cream, it's so hard to get the middle of your back, right? Like your hands just don't reach and you're going to miss spots. And even with like some of these misting type products, if they don't think about using the mist application that can be misted upside down, you're not gonna be able to reach those spots. So I mean, how cool is this? Like, it sprays a ton upside down. I love that. I've only seen this mechanism on a few other products that actually haven't been good fits for my skin, but this is like that perfect mix of those like calming extracts like centella that you get with K-beauty. We get that gentler form of LHA, which is not going to make my back feel really dry or itchy or irritated, but it is going to help soothe and calm and exfoliate the breakouts in this format that really helps to ensure that I can get it to hard to reach places. Next, let's talk about the Hada Labo Gokujyun Premium Lotion. And I have to say, this is something I've wanted to try for actually many years, but it's not something that I had super high hopes for. So let me give you a little backstory here. So those of you who have followed my channel for many years may recall in like the 2018, 2019 era of my channel, I shared with you the Hada Labo Gokujyun Lotion, like the regular version, like I believe it's a blue label. And I told you, like, I just wasn't that impressed with it. It is one of those cult classic Japanese beauty products that gets a lot of love, but it's just something that didn't really impress me. I have to say, I've shared this before with you, like really heavy hyaluronic acid focused products are just not my jam. I respect the ingredient. I think that it can be really great when it's formulated with other humectant ingredients, but on its own, it tends to have a texture that I don't really enjoy. It doesn't tend to be very hydrating. It's just something I don't really appreciate in skincare, right? And so I've shared with you that, like, hey, this is a super popular product, but like, I don't like it. But I have been interested in trying the premium version since they reformulated it back in, I think it was 2020, and they have paired the hyaluronic acid with urea. Now that's an ingredient, I absolutely adore. Urea is amazing for calming itchiness on the skin. It's a great natural moisturizing factor that helps to increase hydration. It is a thick, syrupy gel type of texture. It is very thick for being essentially a toner product. In Japanese beauty, the word lotion actually more refers to a toner type of texture or a toner type of product. That's where you would kind of slot it in your skincare routine. Do you like how I'm like, I didn't think I'd like this. This is a confusing texture. It's kind of hard to use, but I've been using it every single day this month, basically. I really, really enjoy the balance it brings to my skin. I really enjoy the comfort that it brings to my skin. I have been absolutely upping my tretinoin, and I have been trying to add in some other exfoliants and other anti-acne treatments. So I've been keeping the rest of my routine pretty consistent and pretty plain, just to kind of help accommodate that. And I'm just really focusing in on balancing my skin, keeping it moisturized, keeping it healthy, while I help tackle this inflammation, this acne on my face. And so this plays really well into that strategy. It definitely balances my skin. It plumps it out. It helps to hold hydration in, especially if you're using like a watery toner underneath it. It really helps hold everything in. And I think the urea has been kind of like a secret ingredient in this that's been really keeping my skin strong, because although I have been breaking out a lot more due to like, issues inside, right? But my skin barrier has still been really strong, even though I have been throwing some stronger products at it. And I think the urea is kind of a nice, beneficial, supportive ingredient alongside all my other, all my skin soothing and my ceramides and all of that. This has actually been a really nice addition. So I'm glad that I did take the chance and I spent the money on this. I don't feel like I wasted my budget at all. I really feel like this added something into my routine, and now I finally get it, because the original version, the blue version, not really for me, but this version, the premium version, I understand why this is a cult classic, and it's definitely something that I will continue to use because this is a really nice formulation. Next, I want to talk about CureCode Intensive Care Ointment, and this has become a new slugging favorite of mine. Like I mentioned, I'm really just focusing in on good amounts of hydration and moisture, really helping to soothe my skin, and this absolutely has played a big part in that, and I think a reason why I've been reaching for this so much this month. Now, this has a beautiful, thick, ointment-like texture. I mean, a true ointment type of texture with a lot of occlusivity. This is truly like a balmy ointment that is just meant to protect your skin, to create that protective layer. And that is why I love this so much. This was sent to me in a PR box with a bunch of other K-beauty products in it. And I was like, I've never heard of this brand before. This is the very first product that I've tried from the brand. And I didn't know what to expect because I had to be honest with you. The words like ointment and balm can mean a variety of things when it comes to Korean skincare products. Have you noticed that? It doesn't always refer to the exact same type of texture. And oftentimes, sometimes the ointments or sometimes balms will have a lighter texture than you're thinking in your mind. So I was kind of prepared to be disappointed when I tested it out. I was like, okay, what is this? Let me just try this out really quickly. And I was so surprised at this stiff, thick texture that is truly an ointment, that is truly protective, and with a nice amount of moisturization and a good calming factor to it as well. This is using St. John's wort, which is not usually a popular ingredient in K-beauty, so that's kind of an interesting mix. There's some barrier supportive ingredients in here too, but for me, it's all about that texture, baby. And I've been using this, like I said, kind of more like a slugging product at nighttime to really just seal reel in or like tuck in all of my, I like using that phrase now, tuck in my skincare. This really tucks in my skincare and helps to fight dehydration. Sometimes I use it as my main moisturizer. Sometimes I use it over my moisturizer. I've been using this on flaky skin because, as I mentioned, these breakouts do break the skin. I get some peely raw skin, and so I'll put a little bit of this on there to really help protect it and kind of help to facilitate healing. It is a true ointment, and it's been a while since I found a true ointment in K-Beauty, so I really wanted to sing the praises of this product because it really is doing something different than I've been able to find in other products recently. Next, I want to talk about Paula's Choice 1% BHA Sensitive Skin Exfoliant. Now, Paula's Choice is super, famous for the 2% BHA exfoliating liquid, which is 2% of salicylic acid. So this is kind of their one step back. This is their kind of like slightly gentler version, 1% of salicylic acid in this product. And I have to say, 2% is like a really good amount of salicylic acid. My skin generally gets along well with salicylic acid, but with sensitive skin and with using tretinoin, that absolutely can make things a little bit trickier. It can make your exfoliation balance, right? Any other products you're using outside of tretinoin, it can make it really tricky. And I have been experimenting quite a bit with how far can I go, because I've really settled into my tretinoin journey now. It's been 3 years and I can't believe how long it's been. And I'm really comfortable where I'm at. So I'm like, my skin is feeling stronger. I'm getting less dehydration this winter. Maybe I can up my my application days. I'm at like every other day right now instead of just 3 days a week. And that's been working fine. And then it's like, well, can I build in some other ingredients into my routine? Can I build other exfoliants in? Could I, use retinol maybe on my off nights with tretinoin? It's just kind of been an experimentation phase for me over the last couple of months. And so you've seen me talking a little bit more about other exfoliating products because I've been in that experimenting mode. And this is one of them. This has been really helpful this month for me because that slight step back in salicylic acid gives me a lot of comfort, you know what I mean? A lot of peace of mind because I can really effortlessly work this into my routine when I feel that I need it. So I'm not on any kind of like set schedule with this. I can't say like I use it 2 nights a week or 3 nights a week. It's really just when I think my skin needs a little extra exfoliation because for me, my breakouts, like sometimes I'm getting them all at once and then it seems like they all went away and then there's another one that pops up. So it's just really when I'm seeing my skin is maybe getting a little bit more congested or I can feel the pimples coming up. That's when I'm going to pop this out just to get that extra boost. And it's been really helpful. And I love how gentle this formula is. And I like the delivery of this formula too, because if you're familiar with the 2% BHA, it's a liquid format. It's almost like a watery toner type of product. This is actually more of a hydrating gel type of texture. I still use this kind of like in my toner-ish or my essence step, but I really like this because I feel like with the liquid format, it's so easy to over apply it to your face. It's so easy to put too much on, and if you have skin like mine that just absorbs everything, it's really easy to absorb too much of the exfoliating liquid. With the gel, it's so much easier to just get a nice even thin application spread across your face. So I actually just kind of like the texture of this a lot more. There's a few other humectants in here that kind of add to the hydration levels. Something else that I like too, it's not just a thin layer of exfoliation. And it's gentle and it's effective and it helps to reduce the redness and the inflammation. It helps to reduce the size of the pimples. It's just a nice extra additional product. And I really like that they came out with a 1% because most people are chasing the highest percentages available, but some of us actually do benefit from taking a step back. And that's exactly how I feel about this product. It's just been a really nice, beneficial product to take a step back with while still getting some skin. So let's talk about the fail of the month. I know you guys love this format of faves and fails. I don't always have fails to share with you, quite honestly, because sometimes even when a product doesn't work for me, I can see it working for other people. So I don't find it very helpful to talk about products like that, but quite honestly, the next product I'm going to talk about, I don't see working for anybody because the product itself, I just don't think works. This is the Vanity Planet Vina Hydrating and Infusing Facial Device. So this is a facial device that claims to give you the Hydrofacial experience at home. So let's talk about that because I actually had my very first facial ever in my life. I've never had a facial before until just this past December. I gave myself a birthday treat and I did have a Hydrofacial. It's really cool. So if you're not familiar, the Hydrofacial actually, it's kind of like a two-step process. First, they basically, in a gentle way, vacuum your pores. There's like a suction element that helps to gently lift up anything that is stuck inside of your pores, any dead skin cells. And then they infuse your skin with some more hydration with hyaluronic acid. And then they usually mix in like peptides or antioxidants to really replenish your skin. After they've done that kind of process that takes things away, they help to replenish it with really good things. Vanity Planet is a brand that does a lot of facial devices. They do mirrors and things like that. They reached out to me and asked if I wanted to try anything from their line. I saw this and I was like, hey, I would really like to try this device. It's like a Hydrofacial at home, and I really loved my Hydrofacial experience. So this is the device. It has the suction and like kind of the infusion head here, and there's different tips that you can put on to the device itself. First and foremost, I just kind of find it like kind of hard even to just get the tip onto the device. It just doesn't, like, it's already like it's pushing itself off of the device. So I first and foremost, like, that was really kind of like frustrating, trying to really push this and really wiggle it on. So just there alone, I think there's an issue there with the design. But this is the suction cup, and this is what runs across your face. And then at the bottom, you have a cup here on the side. You fill this up. It can either be just filled with water, or you can fill it with, they have a custom serum that you're supposed to use with this device. You can't just use any old product, according to them. And that's sold separately. I didn't try that serum, but you're supposed to fill that up with the liquid. And that's what helps to, again, do that infusion process with your skin. But the liquid itself also helps with the to cut down on the friction, because when this is giving out liquid, it spreads, right? It moves across your skin. It glides. That's the word I was looking for. It glides much easier with less friction across the skin. The reason it's a fail is because this product does not work. I cannot for the life of me get this to work on my skin. I don't know if I have a faulty device. I have followed the directions. I have done everything to try to make this work. I can't get it to work. And in fact, because it's not working properly, it actually has caused some damage on my skin. It's caused some broken blood vessels. It's incredibly rough on my skin. So you can see in this B-roll, as I was testing this out before I started filming this close-up, you can see none of the liquid is coming out from the liquid cup. I don't know. This mechanism is just not pulling the liquid up to the suction head. Because I'm not getting the liquid, I'm not getting the glide, and it's causing so much friction. It's really hard to keep the device moving, which is really important to keep your skin taut and to move the device, constantly moving it, because it's sucking your skin. So if you get stuck in one place, of course you're going to get redness and potential damage to your skin, right? But if there's no glide, you can't get good smooth movement, and that's exactly what's happening here. But you see how red my skin is? That's what was happening to my face, and then I was getting those little broken blood vessels, those little pin pricks of red on my skin that take a couple days to go away. I cannot recommend this. Like I said, maybe I got a faulty device, I don't know, but like it definitely doesn't deliver the experience that I had when I had a Hydrofacial. I didn't expect it to fully come close to that, but I expected it to actually work. And I'm just not really impressed with this. I'm not usually a huge fan of facial devices. There's a few out there that I think are really worth it. And for me, just my personal opinion, this isn't one of them. And I want to let you know that I do have some skincare consult spots available. I'm opening up some new spots for April, and I have different offerings at different levels and at every price point. So if you've ever needed some personal recommendations, maybe you're searching for a new serum or a new moisturizer and you're just not sure what is going to help you achieve your goals and what's going to fit your skin type, I have a consult for that, the mini consult. If you're looking for a refresh on your routine, you want to make it more effective, you're just not really sure how your products are working together, I have a consult for that. That's the MIDI consult. And then if you're looking for the whole shebang, you need a complete overhaul, your morning routine, your nighttime routine, you need tips on masks and techniques and sunscreens, you need everything. I have a consult for that too. That's the Maxi consult, and that does come with a video call as well. So if this is something that was resonating with with you if you're looking for a refresh for your skincare routine for the coming spring months. Definitely check out the link in the description box and see if it's right for you. And finally, I want to wrap up the month talking about operating from a place of love and kindness. Now, I know that's kind of like hippie woo-woo, love and kindness, just love each other. Yeah, I know for sure. But honestly, like, so much when I look around at the world, you know, when I'm looking at the news, when I'm looking at what's happening in front of me, what's happening online, I can really just get so weighed down by so much negativity that I see. I get so weighed down by a lot of meanness. I see a lot of people operating from places of negativity, of fear, and really operating from places of hurt. We're carrying a lot with us right now, and some of us are not doing as well as others, and we're carrying that, and we're operating from that place, and we're projecting that onto the world and onto our interactions with others. And I just see so much hurt and negativity. I really do believe that, like, if we all just tried a little bit more to remind ourselves to operate from that place, just a gentle reminder, we would see so much good, you know what I mean, in the world. And sometimes that kindness is so infectious. And like I said, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I do operate from a place of negativity and fear, but when I see somebody else with that gentle kindness just radiating from them, it infects me, and it reminds me, yes, we're here to spread love. We're here to spread kindness. At least I feel that I am. So it reminds me. And so maybe that brightens somebody's day, or maybe they take that on and then they pass it on and pay it forward to another person. And then all of a sudden, maybe we're not seeing as much negativity and so much fear in the world, right? And so while this idea of operating from this place of kindness and love is absolutely a great reminder for ourselves when we're interacting with each other, I would also say it is a great reminder when we're having our inner dialogue with ourselves. Operate from a place of love and kindness for yourself. Be kind to yourself in your mind, right? Speak to yourself with loving words and with kind words. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be so mean to yourself and so negative inside of your head. Sometimes we need that reminder. I have needed that reminder, and I really needed to step into that, not only, you know, with other people, but also with myself. And I think that I honestly think it can create a better world. So let me know what your favorite products were this month, or maybe your fails too. Let me know in the comments. And if you want to check out consults, all that information is in the description box. If you love the video, you watched it all the way through, you even got through the part about love and kindness, and you're not subscribed to my channel, please, I would love it if you would take a moment to hit subscribe before you take off. I release a lot of new skincare focused videos. I do long form videos and shorts, so maybe consider turning on notifications so you're never out of the loop. I love you so much. Thank you for being here with me today. I hope you are healthy, happy, and safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.